Thank you. Thank you. I love that brief history. Before I start telling you about my story, I have got to thank Richard and Laura and the entire staff at the Orange County Business Journal. We do very much the same thing. You've provided a family-like atmosphere for business owners here throughout Orange County, a place where we come together and celebrate each other's wins and share with one another and network and do business and support one another. And I just have been awed learning more and more about what you have been able to accomplish over the course of 30 years. I thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I know we all thank you for it. Okay, and I would like to congratulate all the nominees for this award. I happened to be in the room when the judging was happening, and let me tell you, there was very lively conversations about trying to narrow it down, and in most cases, it was almost impossible to do. There are so many wonderful businesses throughout Orange County that make substantial and significant contributions to society as a whole. It makes me proud to be one of the newer members of this group. So congratulations once again to all of you. Okay, so my presentation today is two parts. The first part, I would like to give you some stats and some facts about family-owned business throughout the United States. And then the second part, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my company. It's very difficult to tell you about 20 years of work and progress within 20 minutes. 20 years, 20 minutes. 1 minute a year. That's not going to happen. So I brought 3 other clips that I'm going to show you. They're only 8 minutes, broken up throughout the speech. Not because I don't want to talk, because I can talk, but because I think it's easier for you to understand the message that I'm trying to convey to you about our company and what we've been able to accomplish over the past 20 years. So let's start with the family business facts. Family-owned businesses are economic powerhouses that drive local, national, and global economies. Here are some stats. Family-owned businesses are the backbone of the American economy. Family businesses account for 64% of U.S. gross national product and generate 62% of the country's employment and account for 78% of all new job creation. You can turn to the next slide, please. Studies have shown about 35% of Fortune 500 companies are family-controlled and represent the full spectrum of American companies from small business to major corporations. The greatest part of Americans' wealth lies in family-owned businesses. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, family firms comprise 90% of all business enterprises in North America. It's pretty impressive. Small businesses, including many family firms, employ just over half of the U.S. workers, in excess of 115 million, from non-farm private sector workers. Firms like GrandPad, owned by Scott Lean, with fewer than 500 workers, employ in excess of 55 million employees. And large firms like, in the room with us, New American Funding, owned by Rick Arvielo, with over 3,000 employees, employ about 60 million citizens within the United States. It's Rick and Patty. Sorry, Patty. Firms with fewer than 20 employees, like McKinsey Corporation, who have been around since 1985 and owned by Caddy Rucker, employ in excess of 20 million citizens. Family businesses have longevity. Recent research has shown that continued family control can be efficient, since families are, for example, able to positively affect the resource inventory and usage of their firms, apply a long-term perspective allowing for unique strategic positioning, have less human resource problems and higher firm values, or derive new entrepreneurial activity. What truly drives many family businesses is the sense of connection and identity the owners and their family members feel with the business. More than 30% of all family-owned businesses, such as Reborn Cabinets and the Nardello family, have been around since 1983, made the transition into the second generation. 12% will still be viable into the third generation. In the room today is Dina Campana, a third-generation president for VIP Rubber and Plastic Manufacturing, and that company was founded in 1961. Only 3% of all family businesses operate at the fourth generation level and beyond. In the room is Bedrosian Tile, and 13 family members owned and operated since 1948. Of primary importance among family firm wealth holders is transferring not only their financial wealth, but also their values surrounding their wealth to subsequent generations. Primary values taught include encouraging children to earn their own money, philanthropy, charitable giving, and volunteering. This is beautifully exemplified by the ATEC consulting family, the Williams, founded in 2002 and well known for their many philanthropic endeavors and service to the community. Family businesses have powerful internal cultures. In fact, I will model for you, it's on, my skirt, which is one of many pieces in my closet. We have a full line of SeneStyle that reflects our logo, and the sales of these particular clothings for both men and women, the proceeds are funneled into our nonprofit foundation, a sister company that we have called the Make Sense Foundation that supports women and children in need. And that was founded in 2002. Not only, of course, are our clothing purchases funneled into that foundation, but as well a percentage of our daily sales feeds this foundation, so that we are able to give our distributors throughout the United States a tool in which they may nominate their local charities to receive funds that they have helped generate that support women and children in need in their own community. So we have given to many, many, dozens and dozens, if not over 100 organizations throughout its inception. We are the Kante family, as you have heard. You can show the next slide. And my husband and I have a fantastic partnership in that he does all the work and I get all the recognition. So it works out really well for me. Our pictures really should reflect this. It consists of course, my husband Ben on the right of the slide, and my lovely son Alan, who has been a part of this journey from the very beginning. In fact, was the inspiration for the development of the product line, a patented long-lasting color technology, the first of its kind in the world. We actually created the category of long-lasting color cosmetics throughout the world. We also have, if you could go to the next slide, very involved is our little one, William. He was mentioned earlier. He has the title of CKO. He's the Chief Kid Officer, and on any of our company events and our vacations, he's in charge of making sure that all the children who are with us are well engaged and playing with the other children. And that leads me to our next slide, which is a picture of an ice cream cone. I've told my boys forever that we're like Neapolitan ice cream. There's 3 layers of families associated with our business. There, of course, first is the Kantes, who had the original vision and understanding of where it is we needed to go, what we want to accomplish around the world, one step at a time, as we built one year after another. And then we have this amazing group of family members who work within our company with us side by side. And we have 3 tables in the middle here. If you all could stand up just for a minute, I'd like to introduce you. These are thank you all. This was a really important and touching award to have received last year. That was last year, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of all a blur because we've always said that our office is our second home because, as you all know, because I'm sure you had this experience, once you get in and start working and building your own family business, you're there probably more than you are at your residence. So our offices were always referred to as our second home. And we love our employees, and it's taken hundreds of employees for us to be able to have gotten to the point of growth that we achieved across the world. And one of the most touching things to me as a woman is to have any one of our most beloved employees come to me and say, I would really love to bring my daughter or my son or my wife here. Is it possible that we can figure out how they as well can contribute and be a part of this amazing company and this effort? We all are very much like-minded or like-hearted in that we love our daily work because it touches so many lives, not only in our country but in other countries. It truly does change lives for other families, which takes us to the third level, which is our independent contractors, our distributors. They're entrepreneurs. They all own their own business, and we've built our company and our culture around family activities, family events. And our job is to teach the women and the men, as they partner together, how to run a business from their home. So our company is really designed for business women who choose not to work out of their home, but who desire to, of course, run a successful company. We are obviously a cosmetic company. We are a direct sales company with a multi-level marketing compensation plan. Let me explain that to you. We are a direct sales company in that we manufacture and distribute products to a middle person. That middle person is the independent contractor or distributor in our case. And that distributor sells the products to the ultimate end consumer, to the customer. So they're the middlemen. There are only about 10% of our independent distributors who choose to build and manage and grow their own sales organization. And for that, the multi-level marketing part it has been created and defined in a way that we can pay them an override for the sales that organization makes. No longer exist the crazy thoughts or understanding of what a pyramid company is. They just don't exist. That term came from the 70s and 80s, but our industry is highly regulated. In fact, I am now on the board of this highly regulated industry in Washington, D.C. for the next 3 years, and we have very strenuous rules that we follow, just kind of like banks do. So we're proud to have the opportunity to be in the forefront and one of the top 20 countries year after year, one of the top 20 companies year after year that have the privilege of teaching women how to be entrepreneurs and how to live life on their own terms, so to speak. We have built into the culture of our company 2 vacations a year. We have hundreds of cars driving out around on the road that we pay for. So we have typical car programs. And of course, we have many company events that the women report to throughout the year for consistent and ongoing training. So I'd like to show the first clip, which is only a 1-minute clip that shows you a little bit about what our product line is. So ours is a volunteer sales force, and we believe we can have it all. We like everything shiny and we like everything shiny and blingy and fun. It's true, we wear crowns, but don't let that throw you off. The height of the crown denotes how many millions of dollars that particular person has sold within a calendar year, so we make it a lot of fun. We have a royal court. We all want to be treated like a princess, and we want to be the queen of our own home. So we have titles of achievement accordingly throughout our growth process. At our events, we spend a great deal of time teaching business practices, time management, how to focus on what's truly important so we're not wasting our time participating in inefficient and unproductive activities. We also find lots of ways to involve the family, teaching children good business practices, and actually preparing some of them to take over our business, because in our company, you may will your business to your heirs. And in many, many cases, this already means an international sales force for many of these women. So I'd like to show the second video, please.
Happy 20th! Happy 20th! Happy 20th! Happy 20th! Happy 20th! SeneDerm!
Welcome to Evolve 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Sitting in the sessions. I love hearing all the trainings. Absolutely love that. I am such a high I personality, which if you come to seminar, you will learn what high I means. But I'm a people person, so to me, the encouragement is what I need for myself.
There ain't no party like SeneGence party, 'cause SeneGence party don't stop.
Essentially learn about upcoming products and learn how to better build your business and just be a better distributor, which if you don't show up, you don't get to go up. So that's really why I come.
Legit walked up to Jalen Schroeder earlier and said, "Hey, I love you." I would not normally do that, but I'm fangirling. I'm here at seminar. This is just a great opportunity to be with your Sene sisters, and I think there's a great bond that we have. There's just a camaraderie, and it's just so much fun. Why would you not want to come?
When I come to these events, this is my 5th one, it really gives me a boost. Like if I'm feeling like I'm having a slump, I can come here, get great new ideas from all the speakers, and when I get home, I just put it into action and I run with it.
I don't wanna be nobody else. The stars align for me when I
warms my heart every time I see it. Looks like a Miss America pageant, doesn't it? Our girls are so gorgeous. So 20 years ago, we started in a trailer off of Superior in Newport Beach because it had a gate. And I knew that when my son came home from school, he was attending Newport Elementary, he would be, I cry all the time, I'm sorry. It was a safe place for him to be if I hadn't quite gotten home in time. From that point, because I knew that we really, really had a fantastic product that women really wanted, the goal was just to keep my head down and continue to share the word. Doing in-home demos, I did those, kind of the old-fashioned way, and we also began to go to trade shows in LA on weekends where there was the greatest amount of women with spendable income, and we would begin to send them home with packets of this product and sell the products to women in their communities when they returned home. It wasn't all, wonderful and glorious. We've almost gone broke like 15 times throughout the year as we were learning how to handle cash flow and place orders for components 5-10 months in advance. At one point, we had millions of dollars of lip sense in the warehouse in defective tubes, and we did not know the tubes were defective until we got phone calls from customers saying that the tube had broken on their white carpet or in their Gucci bag, and would we please replace those items, which one by one we were able to do, but it took us 6 months to produce all the products into tubes that weren't going to break. And as recently as 2 years ago, we literally ran out of product. We were growing. Jerome could tell us better, our CFO, and his lovely daughter here is with us, who also works at our company. We were growing 300% and 400% a year after year, until 2 years ago it was 3,000%. And we literally ran out of inventory. And you can imagine the impact that made on over a couple 100,000 distributors whose livelihoods depend upon having the product available. So we're still cleaning up from that era, and we're going to continue to expand our influence around the world with these products, amazing products that really work. We have a great team who's going to get us through, and it's taken hundreds of employees, hundreds of thousands of distributors, and many of you here in the room are professionals, are professional service advisors. I thank you. You know who you are. You've become dear friends to us. Our bankers as well, who have helped us see through this period of time. We're so indebted to all of you for giving us guidance and your friendship. And I would like to show our final slide, or clip, if you don't mind. Hi again, it's Joni. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to spend a little bit of time with you. It will be my great honor to meet you in person at one of our upcoming events, SeneU, Pit Stops, and especially Seminar, as we together continue to spread the word about products and a career that really works and build a life that we all have chosen, as I know that we are now living in love and abundance and willing to work for it. Bye-bye.
20 years. That's 7,300 days.
7,300
Over 500 products. Hundreds of thousands of
hundreds of thousands of distributors.
millions of hearts. 20 years of seminars, challenges, victories. We are 20 years young. Together, we are powerful.
We are powerful.
Together, we are powerful.
From the young up-and-coming distributor to the crown princesses and queens, all of us had to start somewhere. Continually evolving. 6 offices, United States,
Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand,
Hong Kong.
hundreds of crowns,
Hundreds of crowns. Dozens of trips.
dozens of trips.
dozens of trips. From the start, a better friend, a better woman,
A better wife, a better sister, a better mother.
a better mother, a sisterhood of strong, courageous women from countries around the globe.
We unite, we serve, we love.
And when we get to where we're going, we will look back and say, these women are worth it. My family is worth it. I am worth it. What can happen in 20 years? Evolution.
Happy 20th anniversary, SeneDerm.
Happy 20th anniversary.
Happy 20th anniversary, SeneGence.
20th anniversary, SeneGence.
So in closing, I'd like to say that my husband and I are dedicated to helping to protect the rights of independent contractors and business owners in this country, as it all plays into what we love to do, which is to teach women that they have a choice. They have a choice to live life in love and abundance and then work for it. I hope you all enjoy your lip sense sets that we provided for you today. If it's the first time you're using it, please watch the video online at lipsense.com. And if you are a man, take it home. Trust me, it'll change the way your wife kisses you. And enjoy your coffee of $1 Million Lips. Thank you. It's been my great pleasure to have the opportunity to address you here today. And I thank you once again for the many honors you have bestowed upon our company this past year. It's really given great joy to not only my family, our employees, but hundreds of thousands of distributors, women, and families across the nation. Thank you.